Hello, I am Bentham and welcome back to Satisfactory Desert Bus, where in the previous episode I remembered that I have to wait a little while before I start speaking after hitting the record button, or I cut in mid-sentence like I did last time, and hopefully I didn't do this time. I'll find out when I watch back the video later on. But also last episode, I built this whole setup here for making reinforced iron plates. We finally got there, and now we never have to manually craft that whole rigmarole with screws and stuff again. So we will have to do that with rotors one more time, so that we can make the assemblers for making rotors, funnily enough. And we also have to make modular plates, but now we can make modular plates by stealing the reinforced iron plates out of these machines. And it'll save us a lot of time and effort, which is great. So yeah, we've got this whole lovely mess of belts going on. I like the ordered chaos that you get here. That like everything is kind of neat and you can see the system if you look at it, but also there's just stuff going everywhere. It's great. I love conveyor belts. I love any game that has conveyor belts in them. That's the thing, like, it's not factory games, it's conveyor belt games that I love, really. I just like it when it all comes into place, and then you can just watch things trundling about, and belts building up and emptying out and things. It's great. Anyway, yes, this is all ready now. So the first thing I should probably do is loot it all. That's a good place to start, and then from there we can work towards rotors, though it's going to take a little bit of effort to do that because we're going to need more basic supplies. We're going to need more iron rods. Though technically, as it stands, we could split the supply we already have because it's only half in use, kinda? I know this is all building up in here, but then once it's done, only half of this stuff will actually be going into the machines anymore because it can only produce the screws at half speed, because there's just simply a speed limit to how many screws the machine can produce. Also, this belt isn't running full speed because this one's occasionally sending them in, so every third screw thing is coming from there instead. So that's the thing. So yeah, only 60 per minute is actually being made, well, only 120 is being made between these machines, which have the capacity to make 306, no, hang on. Only 180 is being made when the capacity is 360. There we go, I can do maths. Anyway, yeah, so what I think I will do is just quickly set up an output over here for the reinforced iron plates. So it's literally just going to be a line of mergers leading to the main bus area. So that's the thing, is all the outputs need to merge back into the system at the end of the day, and it's something we've got to make sure to remember every single time, of course. So, doop, doop, doop. And the nice thing about this is that the outputs are always going to be like basic belts, because you're never going to need anything more than that. And technically, I can just have these take the place of the rods, because they're not a thing anymore. But what I should probably do is have them cross over here and go and go back over that way. Doop. Because we need to get them sent back to the storage area, and so on. So in fact, I'll put one here, and also one here, and that could be for rotors a little bit later. Then we just gotta keep this running the rest of the distance. Make sure the spots are reserved. There we go, and then we just gotta get that to connect up neatly to this, which is maybe easier said than done, depending on what we have to avoid. Can I go up this much? I suspect not, but it's possible. Oh yeah, it works. So we should just hop over anything that's going on here. Of course, this kind of system will be irrelevant later because we'll just change entirely how it all works. But for now, it's what we have, so that's not going to work. There's a belt coming this way. Yeah. I guess what we do is same thing as over there. Where does it need to go? It's like off by 2 notches. So 1, 2. Yeah, that looks about right. So we actually have to go here. Then that should make a lovely right angle straight into there, and that obviously needs to go. That's not going to work at all. I will just have it run over to there. And then I guess we'll just run this the rest of the way, get it going into a chest already. Why not? That's the point of all this. Bit of maneuvering around here. Got to leave enough space for some more belts to potentially come through here later, if that's how it ends up happening. I don't know. This is going to become a lot of spaghetti around here because I plan on overhauling it somewhere down the line, but I'm not exactly sure when down the line. So we need a storage container. We're going to stack it on top of one of these. Which one's plates? This one's plates. We'll stack it on top of plates. That makes sense. Storage container, plonk, and then we got to maneuver through all this stuff to get to it. So I'm thinking we put like a conveyor pole there, we raise it up that far, sneaks between everything and just underneath that belt there, and into the storage. It works. That's about all it does. Is there anything on this line yet? It's working its way down. There's a lot of the stuff. I mean, it's all emptying out of the system, of course, so it's going to be like that. I'm going to steal all these for now because I want them. I think I now have enough on my person to complete the space elevator requirements, so that's always nice. But we do need to get on with the next stage, and I realize there's no point running over here for that because we need to sort out the supply before we sort out the stuff actually being used. So we need iron rods. We need 2 belts of the stuff, which is going to be weird. It's going to be 2 normal deposits of supply to produce, and it's... I mean, I've deliberately set this up so that that's what this is for, so I guess I'm going to do that, but it's going to be odd. It's going to be weird and strange because we're going to be making just the rods and not also the plates, which is what the system was built for. It was built for making equal amounts of rods and plates, and I'm realizing that right now I need more of one than the other, and I really should have expected that sort of problem to arise in hindsight. So, whoops. So I might make a different kind of system on this side that's like specifically geared for making just rods, or I might just build the system with the like the belt inputs for plates just not being done because we don't need them for now. But then presumably later on we will. I think rods are ground floor. Yep, so that's nice. Make it easier to work here. And yeah, let's put an output belt in. Let's have that stuff all kind of set up. I'm thinking I might actually swap all the walls here out for the other kind after all. I'm starting to think. Someone gave me an idea for a building design that I really like that's kind of a simplistic colored scheme thing that I think will be quite neat. Okay, we gotta work backwards here. Let's do the constructors. So, where do they go? They overlap by, looks like 2 notches, and then they're basically lined up with that tile. That's how we're doing it. Okay. Well, we should put the walls in. We should have those ready. So we don't accidentally mess up the positionings. Everything should be backed up against the wall. Maximum space usage and all that. So, there, and I think that's actually what we want. Yeah, that looks like the right kind of overlap. Okay, and then we just continue this. And yeah, I'm thinking we just have it all on the ground for now. We just don't do the upper floor because we don't need it. And then we need mergers. Pretty simple. I think that's lined up correctly. Looks like it. Oh, let's just double check. Yeah, that's all fine. Okay, and then we continue. Run down the line. Oh, there we go. Wait till I've got green lines everywhere in a lovely T shape. Oh, that, there we go. Now, one way of kind of resolving this is that we could try and unlock the special alternate technology, which is making screws directly out of ingots, and then we have an equal amount of plates and rods being made to do the non-screw requirements of the rotors and the plates. Might make our job simpler, and maybe I'll end up doing that in future. It wouldn't be too difficult to actually change the system. We just change what belt is being hooked up to those machines, change the recipe to the correct alternate recipe, and Bob's your uncle. So it's not actually too bad an idea now I think about it. Might do that. Also, let's duplicate our door system on the other side. So we've got a gap of 1, and then we got a door in the right. So, walls, wall door left. There we go. And a ramp. Lots of ramps. Whoops. Oh, I just scanned for something. Iron? I think it's iron. Yep. Okay, there we go. We can walk in here. Oh yeah, more stuff going off 800 meters away. We'll need that at some point. At some point, I plan on going to both of those locations and bringing the stuff in. But right now, we still have the 3 unutilized deposits that we're about to start utilizing right over there. Yeah, I wonder if I should just set it up, assuming that later I will have. We might as well set it up for that. Now I think about it, there's no real reason not to build it with the option of adding in plate production later. We're already going to have the constructors compressed as they can be. Oh, there is something I wanted to check actually about the positioning here. So, constructor, I want to see. Yeah, I can't have the gap between these 2 constructors be actually central on this tile. It doesn't quite work, which means the next constructor, I'm gonna have a gap before I have that, and then I'm gonna have walkway up the middle. And someone's pointing out something that I can't realize. I can't believe I didn't realize myself, which is that you can have walkways run down a seam. You just put them in the middle first, and then build off to over the seam. So you never actually have to build on the seam. You just move your walkways such that it'll make more sense when I actually do the thing. But I've realized that actually you can completely connect up the walkways in the correct way. I was just being dumb. Are we out of concrete? Yes, we are. I thought we might just blast through the stuff. Reasonable. Let's go just stock up on a bunch of extra concrete, because we're gonna continue to need it. Right now I'm paving the world, so let's make sure we have the materials for that. So I realize I'm nearly out of rods again. How's everything else doing? Oh, cable. We're nearly out of cable. Up. I need to make better access for this on this side. I need to do the whole ramp thing, so I actually come up like halfway between the storages, because that's a lot more convenient. But I haven't got round to it. So, yeah, it's a terrible excuse, I know. So what do we need? We need, ramp and then block. And there's a bit of a gap here before that starts. So, oh, there we go. Ramps all along here. Oh, they're gonna be a pain apparently. There we go. Building the ramps off of each other seems to be slightly easier. And then some foundations back here. And then that's the edge, isn't it? Yeah, that's the 5 tiles, and then we have a wall back here. I need to remember the output structure, because I don't. I made it something nice and neat. It was like a 2-1-2-1 or something. Or a 1-2-2-1. Here we go. 1-1-2-1-1. That's the system. Nice and simple and symmetrical. All the best things in factory building life. So, all the 1s. And then the 2s, or the 1, 2. And then some of these smelters won't be doing their thing, but I don't know which ones, so I'm just going to put them all in place. Also, I need to check the distance they have to be from the edge. Basically, this straddles that line there, and yeah, I think I've got enough information. Okay, smelters, 6 of them, though technically we only need 2. Actually, we only need 2 of them. Jeez. The thing, we can get a lot of rods out of a relatively small supply of iron. So that helps us out, because we're going to start to actually use all of the iron we have available to us at our current rate. We're using half of it as it stands. I'm about to start using more. Not sure how much more yet. Yeah, I will build all of these, and we'll just have most of them inactive for the moment. How many is that? Is that 5? Yep, one more. Yeah. Doop. Okay. That's not all working, and then we want to do the splitter gubbins down here, and I forget the specifics of how this is arranged, but it is less of an exact science. Just make it so the belts can do the thing, and you're good. There we go, did it. I'm a genius. Alright, and then this one over here. I can literally just line it up with the other one that's already over there. So I said, the slight weirdness with the belts being misaligned. It's annoying that, like, the alignment is half a notch, so you can't write this unless you start messing about with the with stuff on the floor and trying to make it do weird things it doesn't want to. So yeah, the only belts that matter are the two inner ones. Yeah. That's what I gotta remember. And then each one is going to be using 30 per minute. Oh, and we'll set all these up for iron because ultimately that's what they'll all do. Just that most of them won't actually be running for a while. Then we got to duplicate the power stuff as well. This is the thing where you really wish that blueprints were a thing in the game, but also I can absolutely understand why they're not a thing in the game. Because holy crap, just trying to think of how you would make those work in this is a horrifying prospect. Like, the more you think about it, the more you're like, oh no. Oh, that's gonna be so bad. Like, I'm sure they'll try, but it's gonna be rough. Right, how did I don't even know how I arranged this. I was literally just over there, and I'm already like, what did I actually do, though? I don't know. It was something like this. Just, like, keeping to either side of the things, but there's more than that, isn't there? I don't know. I'm gonna go back over there. Can I go through here? Yes, I can. Good. Yeah, there's one in the middle here as well. And that's it, actually. Yeah, just one in the middle. Everything else is good. Just trying to work out how they line it with everything. I think I just put them on either side of the belt and left it at that. But then there's one that goes here. And now I can presumably connect. I don't know what connects to what out of these power poles. I just checked where the power poles go. Okay, the outer ones are for the smelters, okay. So, like that. Like that. And like that. Connect everything across the whole way here. And then... yeah, these are all the constructor ones. So you go there, you go there, you go there, you go there, and then eventually you'll also be connected up to the other ones that are above that don't exist yet because it doesn't matter. Okay, you make iron rods. You make iron rods. You make iron rods. And you make iron rods. Theoretically, this is enough production because we're only going to be using half of it for the screws anyway. But I'll probably still build it again, just to, I don't know, reasons. I just realized I could kind of make an like under factory thing going on here, just for the fun of it, like secret tunnels sort of thing. It would serve almost no purpose whatsoever, but it would be cool, and that is important. Should I get this being supplied just so we have it? Might be a good idea. I mean, there's nothing for it to go to. Yet. We build the other one, we get 2 belts of rods. I think I might just do that so we have it. I'm already in the, I've already got the build in my mind now, so I can easily make the second one without having to think too much about it. So I'll just extend this, and now you can see how it's going to duplicate, because there's a bit of a mirror thing going on with it. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all of this stuff has to extend out too. Oh, we can put the walkways in as well, and that's cool. Can't complain about that. Alright, so the ramp system, same as before. 5 of those. And then standard foundations. And I might just get the walkways built now while it's easier to, because it'll be a bit more of a pain later. I believe we've unlocked them and all that, so we can. Yep, so basically we just gotta have a walkway here, and then can we build off the side of this? Oh, it doesn't let us. Hang on, I'm going to swap it out. A walkway turn short. Something like that. And then I'm going to connect it like that. So I can then... Oh, really? Does it actually just straight up block me from building here? Like, I want to build off of this. I want to build it here. Oh, did it? I don't know if it had it for a second there or whether it was doing something else entirely. Huh. It's just doing its best to mess up my plans. No, I'm not going to give up so easily. Keep trying at this. Hold on, I need to swap these out for just, like any direction walkways, so we've got full freedom to mess about with it. Yeah, so it locks to that, which ruins it. Doesn't even let me build back here, actually, which is strange. So... we do actually have to have the ramp here after all, because what I need to do is go walkway ramp up, and then turn, and then probably just a straight, which I can build there, and then a ramp down. There, that's what I wanted to do, but it wasn't letting me build anything in this space, so... Oh, and now... okay, so you can't get rid of the walkway because it's inside the foundation. Interesting. Oh, there's another one. Can I get it? There we go. Right. Let's put this back. And then we gotta get back up here again. I mean, I want to build the walkway out here, but I actually can't because I can't make the opening. That's the issue. You can't make a door in the right spot, if nothing else. Yeah. There's no way to get in unless I just go off to the side and then connect to it. Like for now, I'm gonna stick a ramp here so I can just walk back up. The only way to get to this one. I mean, I guess this will be the access. We'll get to it from somewhere else. You remind me to go up another tier? It's actually gonna be weird. I don't know if it'll connect right. It's gonna build this from over here. Oh, that's all the wrong buttons. Turn. Oh, it's encroaching. Damn it. Okay, we'll build from this direction. It's gonna go straight for a while. And then at a certain point, we gotta start ramping up. Actually, no, I think it's fine. Like, the walkways do half steps at a time, so they will connect up correctly to the top of this, and that all works. Great. There's an issue when it comes to if we want to have the walkway go anywhere else. We can't have it do like a sideways thing. Actually, there is... no, we can't. I'm trying to think, because there is a way we can have it go wider at certain points, but it's going to be fiddly and weird. And I'm wondering if it'll actually work. So I'm thinking is like, we get rid of that there. I'm just going to build up a foundation. Oh, if it'll let me, there we go, there. And then we need like a half one. Half foundation, plonk, that's where we want it. And then make a like a T-crossing. Yeah, that's where I want it, like that. Slightly weird, but it allows us to potentially ramp down. It's awkward. That's what I was thinking, and then there's this space here to go down a ramp, but the ramp will then clip through to all the things, just everything. Just, yeah. We can't go that way for a start. Because it'll... Actually, what will it even encroach? Does it encroach the constructor there? I think it just about overlaps or something. That's a pain. And as for this way, not allowing it. Over here. Well, it allows it there, obviously, because there's nothing stopping me there. And that means I could come down to here, but it's not actually the direction we want to go. Probably want this flat for longer, actually. Okay, you see what I was getting at with this, but it's not quite right. It doesn't actually work properly. And I think that, like, we just clip this thing frustratingly because the bounding box is slightly larger than the actual structure, so it does get in the way. So we can't have a walkway running down here because the power poles are all there. It'd have to be somewhere in the middle, which actually technically can be done if we want to go even weirder. We could make one go here, which I think I will actually try and do. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this idea. Didn't mean to fall off in the process, but that's happened now. Yeah, so if we build some foundation, as before, might we do it higher up just to make sure we're clear of all the mess? Maybe we should just generally do that. I mean, there's two options: either we go flat for ages and then we ramp up at the end, or we ramp up all at the start. And then, yeah, I think I'm gonna ramp it higher up because that's just gonna that's gonna put us clear of everything, and actually we can then just do the walkway properly. We can literally just have walkway crossing and walkway straights. Oh, they might interfere with these belts coming up, actually. Let's go over and look. We've also got to run this to the other side, so I'm going to do that with some ramps. And then I guess one more. Oh, maybe we just go straight though. I'm inclined to just go straight. I feel like this is closer than the other side. Have I got something wrong? Oh, hold on. I'm connecting up to this entirely wrong. Now there's going to be a whole bunch of platform stuff out here. I am a derp. I'm a complete derp. Dupe. Dupe. That's what we need to connect to. We're ramping up from the start. Oh dear. You know, I felt like something was slightly off, but I couldn't put my finger on it. That's why I had so much space to work with, because I hadn't properly cordoned off the space I actually had. Yeah, we want this to go out straight first, I think. Just once. I think just once, and then ramp down. Is that correct? We'll find out. I can always change it. No, that's right. Brings it down to there. And we're over here. So yeah, that's a way to just go crossways through the factory. But I want a way of going more places. Right, all this has to go. It's all wrong. We'll do... delete that, ramp up to here, and then a straight. There, that's what we need. And yeah, then there's walkway stuff going across. We gotta make sure it's clear of these belts that are happening. Right, we should start building it over here, because here's where the structure is actually complete, and I'm gonna have to watch what I'm clipping through, whereas everywhere else I could mess it up and not realize I'd done that. You know what, we could actually have this go straight for another one. That might allow us to go this way without it interfering with things too much. Like, there's threatening of clipping the whole way along. But I think it's all good. Oh, well, I'm down here now. Yeah, I think it just avoids everything. Literally just avoids everything. That works. Now the only issue is it doesn't actually line up with the wall at the end. So, yeah. Problem. And yeah, so what I can do is get rid of these. Still have the ramps. They'll just hit the ground slightly further back, and it doesn't make a difference, and I've fallen down here. I mean, technically there's no reason for them to come to the ground here, except so that I can inspect the backs of the smelters, should I need to do that. And yeah, what I'll have is I'll have a door up there. So we've got 3 stacked doors, I realise. That's quite nice. And then we go up some stairs and we can get onto the walkway complex, and then we can just move around those to to look at the whole factory. That was the idea. Yeah, this should just be a normal walkway. But yeah, we might want to do some weirdness with this. Have it move up a bit. Though technically, it should just work. Oh, hold on, the height's wrong here. I've just realised. Do we drop? I think we can drop. Let's check. We might need to drop further back. Oh yeah, that clips two stuff. That's not gonna work. Okay, so we go forward and then maybe we can drop then? Walkway ramp here. Replace this with a door. Walls. Door. And I realize I accidentally became a decorative episode. Well, that doesn't work. This accidentally became a decorative episode while I wasn't paying attention. Right, now the question is, if I delete this, can I have the ramp coming up from the wall? I can't have anything at all, apparently. If I jump onto... There we go. Onto this wall, does it let me build out from here? No, why isn't it like... This is fine. This should be a thing. Why isn't it a thing? What have I got to do to connect this up properly? Like, it's got to build off a foundation, hasn't it? Ugh. I mean, I'll just put one in. I probably can. Yeah, that works. Right, let me hop back up there. Bit of a rigmarole to get up onto the walkways right now, but once this is done, there'll be a nice, proper entrance for them. Okay, so if I build the walkway ramp off of there, yep, that comes clear of everything, absolutely fine. Then if I do a walkway straight here, you can see the weird clipping. You can see something's going on, but it's not like a mess. I might leave it for now, and I can just swap it all out later if I want to. Shift it all along by half a tile. It's not like an important thing. Okay. Walls. Dupe. Dupe. I've wishlisted it again. Right, that's now absolutely fine. Then we have probably a T-junction here. Then ramps going down this way. Right to the ground. Oh, and it perfectly hits the ground there, which is nice. It ends up like overshooting the actual building, but it's not a major issue there. Then what we can do is have some T-crossings running all the way across to the other entrance. Where exactly that is, I'm not sure yet. I just built one on the ground down there. Oh well. Oops. Is it here? No, one more further along. There. And then walkway ramp up. And yeah, on this side, let's trial the other system. Let's just do this. Oh. And then we get to here and it gets a bit weird. So it will have to be walkway crossing, like that. Oh, nearly fell off. Does look slightly weird, but at the same time, is it a huge problem? And the other thing to do is just to be walkway crossing here, and then walkway straight here and here, and then there's a bit of weird railing stuff here, and it's a relatively minor thing. Delete. Delete. Walkway ramps. Down to there. And that all looks pretty good. The only thing we're missing is a way to descend from these ramps to the ground level inside the building. Which could actually be done around here, maybe. Hard to say. There's a lot going on at this stage, and I don't know if I can really... I mean, I can go over here and I can walk down these, and I should probably just accept that that's what I'm going to be using. Like, it's not exactly a massive inconvenience. And it'll leave this all looking very cool. We'll have this lovely little network of walkways going over all the machines. And it all fits in with everything absolutely fine. Here we can have it actually, like, meet the foundations. and then just for the sake of it, and just for convenience, I'll have some ramps going down there, but I might remove them later as we more and more just concrete the whole place, and this just becomes the level of the ground. Okay, yeah, so after that diversion that took, actually that's all, that's the episode, that's all the episode. Whoops. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm gonna put a bit of wall stuff in here. It seems like maybe I am just gonna go with the design of the metal walls, because I've just kind of carried on using them, and the longer I use them, the more awkward it would be to switch to anything else. And I plan for all my other buildings to use the other stuff. I just felt like this one, if any building should use this wall design, it should be this one. And also, I guess, the biofuel one, because I ended up doing that too. Okay, there we go. That's like most of this front done. There's just gaps where I need to put a couple of key things in. There. Yeah, we got the bones of our walkway network, and yeah, we've got the first of these iron rod arrays going. Well, not going, but ready. Everything, all the power is done. We just need to hook that up to the rest of the power, and then actually hook up the supply of ore, and we'll all be good to go. In the meantime, we've probably got a fantastic supply of reinforced iron plates going, after all the time I spent on the project. And yeah, power is now just all over the shop. I'm not even sure what's making it fluctuate so wildly. Like, whoa. Why does something just suddenly go crazy? Is it... Maybe this is grabbing stuff in bursts? Some weird stuff going on. Oh yeah, it'll be that all these machines finish their work at the same time. Meaning suddenly across the board, well, 12 iron plates are gathered, which isn't actually a huge amount, but it runs down the system. The iron plate constructors all kick in, and that means all the smelters kick in, and that means all the miners kick in. So every time another set of 3 is completed, there is another wave of power usage as a bunch of things use it. Also, I think now we're starting to get a bit short on our power stuff, so I suspect that between episodes I'll have to do another run for power things, but I'll leave that for between episodes Bentham to check on and resolve. Hopefully he remembers that we may have some power failures happening pretty soon. We shall see. The thing is, if it fails, it fails everywhere at once, pretty much, and that's going to be bad if it happens. There we go. We're continuing to expand on our iron refinery area, our giant smeltery building, and the more we work on that, the more we can feed stuff into our main bus, the more we can extend that, and very, very soon we'll have the rotors and all that done, and that will be Tier 3 unlocked and the space elevator built. I'm thinking that big plane over there is ending up not being used, so that is where the space elevator will go, presumably. I don't think I've got anywhere else in mind that's more suitable. Everything runs back down the main bus, having been manufactured, and goes to the space elevator that way. Don't have to worry about blocking expansion in that direction, which is where everything seems to be going. So yeah, there we go. Next episode, we'll work towards rotors, see if we can get them actually being made, and get Tier 3 underway. But that is all we have time for today, so I shall say goodbye, thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.